Hi there, my name is Polina, and in this video I will try to explain to you how to use Fibre Atlassian Team Health Monitor template. So a little bit about this framework. So in a nutshell, this framework was designed to help teams work better, like communicate to each other better, collaborate better, and make sure that everyone understands what's going on and is satisfied with that. To this, they run service with the forms, asking specific questions. You can identify with colors, answer about a specific question like red, yellow, and green. And you can also leave comments what do you think about a specific topic. Topics are set in stone by this framework. It works for like not very big teams, less than 4 people. So here inside you can like check out step by step all the details, how it works. So let's go and see how it works. As always, we start with our structure. So we have 4 databases here. The team, different types of teams we are going to apply this framework for. Session are sessions we are running. This is not like a Zoom session, rather like a topic. Something we're going to reflect, may be retrospective, that's up to. Survey answer, well, these are answers that we collect, and score is rather technical database. We use it mostly because like we need to store this traffic system, and here we can identify numerical values for each of those scores because later they will be used in formulas. So what do we have here inside? First view that we have our teams. So here you can define like what are the teams, how many of them do you have, you can define the teammates, and here is also a button like schedule session. So I can click a button and I can decide like when are we running. When our running can be rather like a deadline till which we want to collectively answers in case you just later want to meet with everyone and discuss those answers. Like the name of the session, like session about last release, let's say. Preparation, something that you want to focus on, like please don't forget to mention, I don't know, capacity issues or something, and who is responsible manager for that. So we schedule the session, it appears in our sessions overview table. And here across the time, you will see like all the sessions with the filters. You can also like see only relevant ones. So yeah, now we decided when we're running the session, these kind of things. Now we have to start collecting the answers. That's the most tricky part. Even it's that tricky that here you have a detailed guide about how it has to work. So let's use one of the forms as an example. So here we have a form which is called session 1 dev team. So the name has a tip inside of it. You will have a form per session with a particular team. So I cannot use the same form for different sessions. I cannot use the same form for different teams. So there can be like few forms in left menu. Once you're done, you can delete the form and then create a new one. But please keep this in mind. Let's edit this form. So here we have like all the fields that we want them to fill in. Most of them have to be visible. You can also add like some form description, and this field can be hidden. So it was not confusing for others, but you define which session this form will be about. Like based on what do you choose here, it will affect which session the answers will be connected to. And the same goes about the team. So it is also a hidden field. You define in advance, like for which team these answers are collected for. That's important. Those fields are hidden. This is what you have to be changed from session to session. Then it becomes a bit more like standard. You don't have to modify it every time. These are parameters that are suggested by the framework, like team cohesion comment. And you see they go like one by one: team cohesion comment, balanced team comments, because here they will be able to set like one of the colors, and here they can provide more details about this particular parameter. And this is why like this numeric, like not numeric but caloric field is a required one. This is why like it's marked with like this red icon, and this one is optional. So if everything is fine, you don't want to share the dopamine, well, we're all humans, skip it. If you don't like something, then probably we expect you to collaborate a little bit on that, so please share the comments. We will need those comments. later. And like this is all the list of all those questions. We will not waste a lot of time right now filling it in. Luckily, this template is prepared and you can check out few answers here. So if we open this release reflect session, this is like our accumulation of the results. So all survey answers that are filled in, they appear here. So you can see them simply here in a list, and you can check each and every survey answer you receive. They are anonymous. This is by design. If you want to make it not anonymous, this is up to you. So here you can see like which team it was about, which session, and then you see like, okay, this is green, no comments, this is orange, and there are a few comments here. And on every survey answer, there is a button which is called AI Analyze the Situation. So we can, here by default it's filled in, but we can click the button and see how it generates it right now for us. So inside this button, there is a prompt. If you want, you can adjust it, which checks the traffic light system here, the answers, and also the comments. And based on that, maybe it can be like not perfect, maybe the prompt can be improved, but if you don't want like to spend a lot of time on the manual analyzing, I think it works pretty nice. And then, based on all of those answers, you have two other overviews. This one is called like team comments. And for every parameter, there is like an accumulation of answers and comments about this particular topic across all the answers. And there is also a summary, like this is a list of those summaries that were generated. And like you can check in a text way what are people thinking about this particular session, the progress. If you prefer more like visual part, here you have the average for every parameter, which is a formula. So you can check it out. So here we use the numerical values. So remember that in a score table, there was like green is 1, orange is 5, red is 10. So we tie our formulas to these numbers, and based on that, we aggregate the average. So if something on average is green, all good. If something on average is red, this is probably something we have to focus more our attention to. And if you are not that tied to numbers, rather you prefer context part, there is also AI generate overview button. So first we generate AI summary per answer, and then we can generate summary on a session level. Then you will see that there is like even special field for it, which is called conclusion. And it will like go through all the answers and provide you a summary which you can discuss with your teammates, collaborate, and decide next action steps. So what can be adjusted here? Well, everything for sure, but I recommend checking out, I think, like the buttons we made, because the buttons, they have like prompt, and this is something that can be adjusted if you feel that you're not satisfied with results, either in quality or on design way. So this is something that can be easily adjusted. And if you're missing some fields or you're missing like some visualizations, you're very welcome to add them. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you find it helpful. Bye bye.